Hello you, Tobi here, and welcome back on the mat. Today we have a flow in front of us which is focusing on getting into the full split. So we will prepare the hips, the hamstrings, and get deeper and deeper actively and over time. For this practice, it would be nice to have some blocks. If you don't, it doesn't matter, but it's easier if you have some. So grab your blocks, your mat, some motivation, and let's go. Come onto your mat and we start in the soft frog pose. So we don't need the blocks now, but bring your knees wide, your feet wider, and then slowly come from your hands onto your forearms if you want to, or you can stay on your hands. Bring your weight onto your forearms and then slowly and softly, very mellow, push your hips, your weight back to open up your hips very softly, with patience, with time. Don't overdo it, don't force it. Be very soft and gentle here. Try to have the feet wider as the knees, as I said already. And maybe over time you feel a slight opening here. Maybe you can even widen your knees and your feet, or just push harder to the back of yourself. So you push your bum, your hips deeper into your hips, and you will feel some opening here in your hips. It's a very intense and deep stretch, and to be honest, it's not one of my favorites, but it does the job, and it does the job very well. So be here for a couple more breaths. Take a moment to turn into yourself. Dive in to your mind, into yourself, and just breathe for a couple of moments. Don't push yourself too hard here. Try to be gentle, to be soft, and go deeper and deeper over time. Slowly release. Come onto your hands again. Bring your weight more on your hands to the front, and then slowly close your feet behind you. Come onto the feet, come into Malasana, the Yogi squat. For a moment, bring the hands together, push your upper arms and your upper legs. Bring the hands deeper to open up hip space here for a moment. Try to have your upper body very straight. Your spine is upright. Take a moment here. You can stay passive here, or you can get active and move here. Maybe you push the hands up and down, open quite actively here, your inner hips. If that's not enough yet, you can make fist and do the same, floss your arms here, your hips. And then slowly release and slowly come into your first down dog of the practice. Take some time here, settle into the pose. Walk out your feet, swing your hips, maybe swing the chest to the ground for a couple times into your shoulders. And then get static. Get stable here, find your breath. And then slowly with the next inhale, raise your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Slowly roll to the front, bring the right foot outside of your right hand. Left hand is pushing into the ground, right arm is going up to the sky, open up into this twist. Hip is sitting deep, left leg is very long. And then release, right hand to the ground, step back into your down dog again. Left leg up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, left foot outside left hand. Right hand is pushing into the ground, open up to the sky. Left hand is pulling up to the ceiling above you. Right leg straight, hip is deep, and you're twisting into your spine. Bring the left hand down again to the ground. Step back into your down dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step to the front outside your right hand. Right hand is pulling up into the sky, twist open. Bring slowly the left knee to the ground. The left foot is coming up, and the right hand is grabbing the outside of the left foot behind you for this twisted lizard lunge. Try to have your gaze to your foot or to the back of the mat. Slowly feel the opening of the front of your left hip and sink more and more down to the mat and to the front. Release your foot, bring your right hand to the front again. Straighten your right leg. Your left leg is also straight. Come into this wide open variation of pyramid pose for a moment. Toes can be on the ground, also lifted if you want. Your right leg is as straight as possible for you right now. Then bend your right leg, step back into your down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot outside. Left hand, right hand is pushing into the ground, open up. Come into your twist here. Right knee to the ground. Right foot is coming up and left hand is grabbing the outside of your right foot behind you. Gaze to your foot, to the back of the mat. Try to open up here. Sink more to the front into your hip. With every exhale, that is leaving your body. And then release your foot, bring the right foot to the ground, straighten your left leg. Pyramid pose. Left leg is as straight as possible. Toes on the ground or lifted if you want to. Hands on the ground, under you, and the upper body, the lower leg is as straight as possible for here also. Bring your left foot to the ground again, bend your knee and step back into your down dog again. One inhale here. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale here. Exhale out of your mouth. And slowly raise your right leg also again to the sky. Step to the front outside your right hand. Come onto your fingertips of both hands. Gaze to the front. Left leg is straight. And then slowly bring your left knee to the ground. Lift it up again. Straighten your left knee. Bring the knee to the ground. Straighten to the ground. Straighten to the ground. Straighten to the ground. Straighten. 5 more. To the ground. Straighten to the ground. Straighten. 3 and 2 and 1 and 1 more for good measure. Straighten your left leg as much as possible. The hip is very low. Bring both of your hands onto your right knee, your right upper leg. Lift up your upper body. Your back is as straight as possible. Gaze to the front and sit here for a couple breaths, a couple seconds. The left hip is very low. The right upper leg is as parallel to the ground as possible. Hold here. Breathe. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release your knee, release your hands to the ground. Grab both of your blocks if you have them. Otherwise, find another way to keep balance here. Bring the blocks to both sides of your hip. The right foot is way to the front, step it down, and the left foot as far back to the end of the mat as possible for you. Bend your right knee slightly, and you're in a very, very long and deep lunge here. You can support yourself with your fingertips, with your hands on the block. You can also float your hands, try to keep balance here, try to stay in your low, deep, long lunge. Choose your way here, but feel this active opening of your left front hip, slight opening of your hamstring, and hold here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your left knee to the ground, straighten your right leg, fold over your right leg for Adha Hanumanasana. You can have the hands still on the block or bring them to the ground. Fold deeper over your right leg, feel the stretch in your right hamstring, the whole back side of your right leg. The right heel is pushing into the ground, pulling to you. And then come back up again. Slowly walk your right foot more to the front again. Straighten your right leg. And then, for sure, walk the left foot more to the back of the mat. And we are slowly getting into the full split. Doesn't matter how deep you are here. As you can see, I'm not very close to the full split, but that's okay. We are working on it. That's the progress and that's the process, and we are slowly making progress over time. You can have the hands on the blocks. You can also bring the hands down to the ground if you can. You can have the back very straight, or you can bend over your right leg for a bit. Find your depth here. Try to have your back left leg not drifting out to the left side. Have it middle as much as possible. And slowly try to release here, sink down more and more over time. And give yourself here some space to release into. Some patience for yourself and your body. And trust into gravity that is pulling you down deeper and deeper with every moment that passes. Slowly release. Bring your right leg to the back beside your left leg. Maybe you want to circle the left leg. Your hip is very active. And then slowly, let's change sides. Bring the hands to the front of the mat. Again, come into your down dog. Lift your left leg to the sky. Step to the outside of your left hand. Right knee is coming to the ground. Both hands on to the fingertips. Gaze is going to the front. Hip is very active. Then straighten your right leg. Bring the right leg down to the ground again. Straighten, knee to ground. Straighten, knee to ground. Straighten, knee to ground. Straighten, knee to ground. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And bring both hands onto your knee, onto your upper left leg. Your upper body is straight, gaze is going to the front, hip is sitting deep, left leg is parallel to the ground. Try to straighten your right leg as much as possible. Be active, push your right heel to the back of your mat. And hold here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your blocks, and from here you can come directly into the low, long, deep lunge. Bring your left foot as far to the top of the mat as you can. Your right foot as far back as you can. Try to bend your knee just slightly. Bring your blocks to where you can use it as a support. Push your left foot very hard into the ground. Then trust your right hip, your left hamstring to hold you here in this very unstable pose. Try maybe to hold balance here without the blocks, or you take the blocks as a support system to keep you a bit more safer, to keep you a bit more stable. Hold for another 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, hold balance, 7, 6, 5, it's getting tougher, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right leg to the ground, straighten your left leg, fold over your left leg in Adha Malasana, the half split, hands on blocks or onto the ground, left heel is pushing into the ground, pulling back to your body. Try to have a straight lower back, try to sink down over your left leg, deeper and deeper with time and every exhale, which is leaving your body. Slowly come up. Take your blocks as a support system now again, and then walk your left foot more to the front of the mat, and the right foot is getting closer to the end of the mat, or maybe it's leaving the mat actually. Your upper body is straight, or you fold over your left leg, and then take your time to sink down into your full splits. You probably have a side which feels nicer, where it looks better, and you can go deeper at the beginning already. For me, this is the hardest side for sure, and it feels like I'm much higher than on the other leg, but that's okay. It's hard to have the whole body in balance, but that's a goal we can work on in yoga. So be patient here. Hands on blocks or onto the ground, and maybe over time you can widen your stance here. Maybe you walk back with your right knee, or more to the front with your left foot. As I said, patience is key for flexibility. Getting stronger and gaining strength is easy, can be done fast, but reclaiming your flexibility and your mobility is a hard job and needs a lot of patience and endurance. For me, it was always easier to work on my strength and not think about the flexibility. So this is a very, very good challenge for me, and maybe also for you, that teaches you patience. Patience and persistence. Hold here for another 10 seconds or so. Release, pull your left foot back, step your left knee beside the right knee. Maybe do some circles with the right leg, because you feel a lot here, which is nice. And then slowly come into your seating posture. Can put the blocks to your side. Thanks for doing this practice with me. You can come to this practice very regularly if you want to improve the range of your splits, I need to remind myself on this one too a lot of times. So I hope you had some fun, that brought you some more insights on how to get closer to your full splits. And very looking forward to see you again on the mat soon. Namaste. Peace out. Your Tobi.